I think a lot of people feel there's a financial gun held to their head.
The ITV drama has undoubtedly provoked a huge response from the public all across the country. Empathy for the incredible, dreadful situation you've been in for such a long time, and outrage on the same thing. One of the things that strikes me, and I think strikes a lot of people, is that postmaster after postmaster were telling the same story. They were in the same position, telling the truth, and were not believed. And in fact, were told that you're the only one. If people have watched that drama and are thinking to themselves with incredulity, how on earth could this happen? What's your assessment, and what would you tell people who watch that? From your experience, how on earth could that have happened? Alan, can I start with you?
How would it happen? I really think it was because of post office. I mean, when you take on a sub-post office, you actually invest a large amount of money in that business. And as happened in my case, when they fell out with me, they walked off with that amount of money. And I think a lot of people feel there's a financial gun held to their head if they start kicking off or start raising too many problems with post office. And cases like mine, cases like Lee's, I mean, these become reasonably high profile in the area, and post office like to push them through, or they used to like to push them through, I don't know if they still do, as examples, as warnings to others to keep your head down and do as you're told.
And do you think, Alan, that your experiences and this process that's still going, being here today and the inquiry, do you think that that will help stop miscarriages of justice and repetitions of this kind of scandal?
Are you talking about broadly on other instances or whatever? In which case, I hope it sends a warning shot across the bows of these big corporations that what they actually do and decide and the way they work really affects people right down at the front line of their organisations. And and I think it's one of the failings there has been with a lot of the other things like the banking scandals or blood scandals. People in in jobs of I don't know, high responsibility, they're not being held to account at the end of the day. And this, I'm hoping in this particular instance, that people are held to account.